Sports do not exist to validate your identity. That's not what sports are about. And I'm sorry if a male thinks he's female and wants to compete in women's sports to validate that identity. That is not what the sports are for. And the federations and the governing bodies, they have an obligation to the athletes to create a fair and equal playing field.
So, Jen, one of the things that I'm sure we will be able to read in the comments below is that you and I are exaggerating. Okay, yeah. This is not a big issue. It's a red herring issue. It's not really happening. Plenty of girls are out there competing fairly, and we are just taking this to another level. You're capitalizing off of it. I'm fear-mongering, and it's not, this trans issue amongst children is really fringe and not real.
Well, first of all, in sports, it's happening everywhere. We have a male who was a golfer in his 20s of no repute, never won a single award or medal. He's now about to qualify for the LPGA, the highest competitive level in the United States in women's golf. Okay, so it's there. State track championships just this year in multiple states. Males won multiple events. The NCAA finals, Riley Gaines. I mean, it's like...
Riley Gaines is a partner of yours in this project,
She's
right?
one of our ambassadors, absolutely. And she's become the face of this movement because she's been brave enough to stand up and say, this isn't fair or right. And at the NCAA finals in 2022, she swam against Will/Leah Thomas. He had swum as Will for 3 years on the University of Pennsylvania team. He was ranked in the mid-500s overnight. He says he's a woman, and he's ranked in the top 3 across major events and beating some of the best swimmers in the world, Olympic gold medalists. Like, there's no more surefire way to improve your ranking in a sport than to go from competing as a mediocre male to being a woman. If that's not enough to prove the advantage, it's the most significant athletic advantage is being male, more than steroids.
And this is becoming, not only is there an industry behind this, but now the government is getting behind this. And so you have 14 states that are considered sanctuary trans states, which means that if a child under the age of 18 wants to transition and get a top surgery, get on medication, get on hormones, all of those things, the parents don't even need to consent to that.
That's right. This is why sports is the tip of the iceberg around this. I realize it's not the whole issue, but I think it's a very public forum where this battle is being waged. The real issue is the lie that underpins males competing in women's sports, which is, if you say you're a woman, you are. It doesn't matter what your parts are. We can cut those off and put new ones on, and we can do it for children. And any parent that doesn't affirm that is an abuser, and we're going to take that child from you, parents, if you push back on this. And we are going to make that child a ward of the state. The lie is so egregious, and this is why I say it's not right or left. It's about truth. Men cannot become women. They cannot. And we should not be cutting the body parts off of healthy children. And I believe you have the numbers there. I mean, it's increased thousands and thousands of fold in just the last few years. There's a social contagion that is happening in liberal cities in particular, and children are being harmed. And so again, as I said before, if children are being harmed, I can't really sit idly by, and I don't really understand the adults that can.